251 follow. Can you hold me? And I'll be available by cell phone.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? Cool. Hey, my name is Brad Kavner. I'm a first sergeant of the Intel Unit here in Prince William County. I was wondering if you had a few minutes to talk today. Not any trouble, nobody's done anything wrong, etc., but I was just seeing if you had a minute to talk. This would be regarding the most recent email you sent to the board. Well, I don't know if it's the most recent because I don't know if you sent it since then, but it would be the one where the title was government targets. Like I said, nothing's been done wrong. I was just going to talk to you a little bit about it if you have some time. It shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Okay. Do you mind if I just tell you what the purpose of me coming out here was real quick then? You don't have to talk back. I'm just... Okay. So the reason that I'm out here is basically because you've done nothing wrong in your email as far as breaking the law or anything like that is concerned. However, like the language I just said, the government targets, nothing illegal about it at all in any way, shape, or form. So, however, some people get worked up over it, and when they do, they of course forward it over to the police department. And 9 times out of 10, in fact, every time that's ever happened so far, we look at it and go, yeah, that's completely legal. He's allowed to do that. So-and-so's allowed to do it. It doesn't matter. The only thing I was going to come by and say is just be cognizant of the fact, if you want to, that because they're obviously concerned about these emails whenever they get them, that they might send them to us. I was going to, if you wanted to, just let you know what the parameters are of the lane and the legal lane to make sure you don't ever accidentally cross them, because I don't want to see anybody get hemmed up when they're just trying to do their civic duty. That's what I assumed after I finally read about it, and I finally got into, I looked up, what was it, pronouncing it? Yeah. So I looked up with him, and I guess he's one of the guys that sued the board back a while back. Yeah, so I totally get that, and that's what I assumed it was after I did a little reading into it, that subject matter was more referring to other people and not targeting the board, but being a target of the board. And so that's what I thought it was. And so, like I said, nothing you said was in any way, shape, or form illegal or anything like that. You're near it, and if you want to keep doing your First Amendment activity, go ahead, do it. I think it's great. People should do whatever they feel they need to do to impact local government, or any government for that matter. I just wanted to make sure that because that you knew that if you say something that might be considered edgy or getting near the line, they're going to automatically forward it over to us. Since my shop is the one that catches that stuff, I just wanted to see if you had any questions about what that line was, so you don't have to worry about crossing it, or if you're good to go, then you're good to go. Hubert. Major Hubert. He remembers you. He remembers you. So yeah, he was the one that remembered you and told me that. So I was like, great. Well then, hopefully this is pretty easy because he already knows how things work for the most part. I don't know anything about that. The name sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't remember if it was a case that we worked here in the county. So that didn't even show up, so that's great. Fantastic. There's a couple of Millers. I don't know which one it is. Because you got locked up, didn't you? Wow. Yeah, I vaguely remember because I remember the ice cream place is what triggered it for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. No, Major. So yeah, if I see him again, I'll bring that up with him. But as far as any of this stuff, do you have any questions for me or anything? Like I said, you haven't done anything wrong yet. I just want to make sure that whenever we get something like this, I try to go out and talk to people and say, hey, listen, do whatever you want as long as it's in the law. And if you have any questions about where that line is, I'm happy to fill them in on it. But that's as long as it's not anything profane or lewd and lascivious or threatening or anything like that, then normally people are good to go. So I just wanted to make sure that was it. Right. No one's telling you not to. No one's. I'm just saying. Your intent, that's fine. I just want to make sure that nobody gets hemmed up for doing something that they have good intentions behind. If you're trying to just be a good citizen and let the board know what you think, then that's fine. I just want everybody to stay within the line so nobody gets hemmed up for anything unnecessary. So, do you have any questions for me? Awesome. Well, you have a good day, sir. I'd shake your hand, but I know it's COVID time, so it's up to you. Fist bump works. All right. Have a good one, sir.